Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We go tonight. 180.
Watch time. Tight end,
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Gurley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
20, super.
Rip right. Check 59, Mike.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hatchet. Motion.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's put that team on the hunt. Shift. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now Balaj. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Hey, wahoo!
24 is the mic. Check. Staying open.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also show that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Going up top for Kupp. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for goal. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. Look at the spin.
Balance.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch twitch. Watch the twitch. 24, check 24.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Balaj. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. Let's bring it. switch gears.
On second down now, it's Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now on first down, Drake again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, alert!
58, right over there, right over
Hey,
there.
Echo!
58, right there. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. 58's the mic, 58.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Rams.
120!
Check, 55 to Mike.
Now a first down throw, gone. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Jerome Baker picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That'll be caught by Cup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun on third down, gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 at the 19. Back to throw, Goff. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Sirline connects on the extra point. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half.
Brandon Cooks. It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
Middle.
Watch the run. Mike's 57.
Hey, Charlie.
Exit. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Silver. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Man.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
5.
Too little, cut. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Keep it up.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And Wilson has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 3rd down gain of 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Monday.
I smell fear. Smooth. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Yo.
Here's Rosen to throw. Going deep here for Stills. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
On first and goal, Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Go.
Out of the gun, Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Goff now looking to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Grant. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10.
Give me some. Here we go. Check 37. Check. Bang.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Under 10. 10.
On first down, Drake. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Bravo!
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Go!
From his goal line here, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
64.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 29.
Hey, box drop.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, here's Goff. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep, and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that.
On first down, Drake breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right in midfield. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
52. So don't say nothing. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
From the 50, it's gone. Throw left side to Reynolds. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
2 for 1. Listen.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting. interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Check.
Hey, you got to get ready.
They run it with Balaj.
Go.
And now running right through it. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams' 31-yard line.
Hey,
57. Wild Bill.
shift. Watch the shift.
Switch.
Now Drake, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Watch the ball.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Okay, just like that.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing, the crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for Miami, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to